In this video, we're going to look at how we can manage our named ranges using a tool called the Name Manager. In the last video, we helped Zara name each of her columns, but she's decided that amount paid would be a better name for her amount data. Now, what we don't want to do is to go and create another named range called amount paid. It won't replace the first, it will be added as well, and we'll end up with two named ranges looking at the same data, which may cause confusion and problems down the line. So what we're going to do is actually edit the existing named range. And we do that by coming to our Formulas tab, and in the Define Names group, clicking on our Name Manager tool. If you hover over it, you'll see the keyboard shortcut is Ctrl F3. I'm going to click on that, and similar to the name box, it gives us a list of all the named ranges, but you can see it gives us a lot more information, like the values contained, the cells it refers to, and the scope. It also gives us the option to create a new named range, edit an existing one, or delete an existing one. Now we want to edit the amount named range, so making sure it's highlighted, we're going to click the Edit button, and then we're just going to click into the name box and type our underscore and paid. You'll notice we can also change the cells it refers to, but we can't change the scope, so that's one thing you have to get right up front. Now click OK, and our named range has been updated. Any calculations that refer to this named range will automatically pick up the change, so this won't impact our calculations in any way. The other thing we can do is create a brand new named range. Now I'd like to create one that refers to my system date cell, so I'm going to click the New button, but you'll see it automatically picks up the values that I had highlighted previously. So I'm going to change the name to be System Date, but then I'm going to change the range it refers to be B2. I can also change the scope, so I'm going to do that so you can see the difference, and I'm going to make it MC Invoice Report, and then I'm going to say OK. Our new named range has been added. Let's go and use that in a formula, and we'll see how the scope affects the named range in our calculation. So we're just going to click Close for a moment. Can I ask you to click into D2 and type tomorrow, and then tab to E2, and we're going to do a little calculation to work out tomorrow's date. So that's going to be equals, click on your system date, plus 1, and then press Enter. Now remember, if our dates don't come up in the correct format, we just come to our Home tab, come to our number formatting, and we're going to make that a short date. So that's looking fine. Now the next thing we're going to look at is what happens if we delete a named range. So coming back to our Formulas tab, I'm going to come to my Name Manager. I'm going to scroll down till I get to System Date, and I'm going to press Delete. Excel is going to check, are you sure you want to do this? And you actually do need to be careful, but for now we're going to say OK and close. You'll see my formula immediately breaks. If you delete a named range that is being used by a calculation, it will not replace the named range with the original cell reference. It will simply give you a name error. So that's something to be very cautious of. Now in this case, we don't actually need that calculation, so I'm just going to remove it, but do be cautious when deleting named ranges. Now one last little thing we're going to look at in this video. While we know to go and look at named ranges in the name box or the Name Manager, other people might not know about these tools, and so it's handy to know how we can document our named ranges in the workbook. And Excel provides us with a tool to do this as well. So just so we don't get in the way of anything, I'm going to click into Q5. I'm coming back to our Define Names. We're going to come to the Use in Formula and click the drop-down arrow. And right at the bottom, there's a Paste Names option, which we're going to select. And then we're going to choose Paste List. And if I just double-click between the Q and the R to widen that a bit, There's our full list of named ranges as they currently stand. This will not automatically update, so it's just a snapshot, but it's very handy to quickly document your named ranges. So 2 things we've looked at there, the paste names and the name manager, which will allow you to edit, delete, and even add new named ranges. In the next video, we're going to start using our named ranges in our calculations, and then we'll start to see why they are so useful.